Now, back when I first read the Attack on Titan manga, there was a number of scenes that I was always praising, like, I can't wait to see this anime, it's going to be amazing. And one of the scenes, and just one of the aspects to just the story overall that I was so excited to see how it would be animated, was the scene with Levi escaping the oncoming enemies from the military police who were using maneuver gear, which was much more complex. It was shooting guns instead of using swords, and it was just so beautifully detailed with how Isayama detailed the panels. It was brutal, and it just, like, I could already see how it would be animated. And for a good year, I was like, I can't wait to see this anime. Fast forward like 4 years later, and we finally get this scene animated, and holy hell, this is some of the best animation I've seen in the series, and it literally lived up to my expectations I set years back. Seeing how beautiful this was, like, I had to rewind a couple of times and just watch how detailed this animation was. You could get the sense of speed, scale, and just, you could get inside the head of Levi and see, like, this man is so calculated that he's able to outmaneuver and escape so many just gunshots and people coming at him as he navigates tight corridors, and just, you really get a sense of the skill that goes into the Survey Corps, and just the overall frightening atmosphere that's around him. I can't believe how well they animated that scene and just how well detailed they did it. They one-upped what I thought they were going to do, and I'm just so thankful for this. This arc and this episode in particular, it raises a lot of questions. I remember when I first read this aspect in the manga, like, you know, you're getting the idea that the royal family in charge seemingly isn't the royal family who should be in charge based on Historia and her father. You get the idea that, you know, it gets brought up that Aaron's going to be eaten. Why is Aaron going to be eaten? What would they gain from that? You get to see all these little things get placed. Kind of, it feels like chess pieces are being moved, but you don't really know where it's going, and you don't really know where it's going for a good while. And I'm just like, as a manga reader, looking at what Isayama did for his story so early on, I'm just like, god damn, this guy really did plan ahead. Like, this guy knew what he wanted to pull for the story. And I really like how this episode functioned, because you're seeing things that are uncomfortable, and it kind of feels like the episode in particular in this point in the story is, what does it mean to be human? Now, we get to see Armin take a human life as if he didn't fire a gun, Jean would have been dead. So, and I really like how just the story handled that, because for most people, if you took a life, it's not something that you're gonna brush aside, unless you've already done it or you're just a very cold and logical thinker, someone like Levi. Armin cries, he breaks down. Why did he have to kill that person? Did that person hesitate to kill Jean because they were a good person? Am I a worse person than they are? And then the way it kind of breaks down with Levi saying, like, the only reason none of our squad got killed is because of your action. You did the right thing. But it's a very hard thing to manage, that the first kill that you do against people, even though they were coming after you, are we the bad guys? What, like, are we even human anymore? Are we the good guys truly? We have broken the law. We are fighting the system right now. And I really like how they handle that. It really gives you a sense of emotion and character past just, they're gonna kill people and there's gonna be no, like, everyone's just gonna be fine. Yeah, they're shooting at us, we're gonna kill them, but still, you're taking a human life. This is no longer Titans that you can look at and say, that is not human. That is disgusting and we have to kill it. You're taking someone who you might have shared bread with the other night. I really like that. I really like how this episode, it brings up so many questions, but you're seeing the idea of who really is the good guy and who is the bad guy, and what truly is the order of this wall. Like, what is going on? What's going outside? What's going on inside? Like, what is truly happening? Why is the royal family killing anyone who's trying to escape the walls? Why do you keep everyone inside like cattle? What are they hiding? What secrets are there? And I like this because I just like seeing the torture scene finally animated. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, we get to actually see the nails be peeled off in the manga. I could be mistaken, but I think it's effective nonetheless. I don't think you have to do page-for-page adaptation. You still felt like this is uncomfortable, the characters are uncomfortable, they're torturing people even if it is for the greater good, and how they actually bullshit one of the prisoners saying like, hey, we're gonna make you read this note, so the other guy thinks we've already settled a deal with you, so he'll start talking. It's brilliant, it's cruel, it's just a hunch thing to do, I love it. But you're really seeing that, like, the order that is the wall, the order that is the royal family, things are mysterious, things aren't right. Why is Aaron kidnapped again? What is going on? And I love it. I remember when I first read the manga, I'm just like, what is this Isayama going for? I don't know, but it's so different, it's so unique, and I can't wait to see where it's going to go. And I'm not one of those people who are like, it needs to be a page-for-page adaptation. If they cut things, if they rearrange when things were introduced in the manga for later episodes, I'm fine with that. As long as the story's good and it remains solid, that's all I care about. I'm not one of those people who are like a diehard, you change this panel around, it has to be exactly the same. I'm not like that. But I have to say, the ending song by Linked Horizon is so atmospheric. Just like the opening song, it has this, it almost felt like a storybook ending, like the way the visuals were kind of implemented to the song, how it just slowly builds up into a more anthem-like song, but it's just, it's great. I know some people are saying they wish it would have been the opening opening song, and the opening song would have been the ending song. I disagree. I think the opening and ending belong where they are. They're both very sad if you know where the story is going. The songs are beautiful. I think these are the best openings and ending songs of the season by far. I'm just impressed with the music overall. And I'm just impressed with how the characters are being presented for the anime. This is a very different feeling season for Attack on Titan. It's much more character driven. Even the people that they are fighting, it's no longer Titans. It feels like they're only going to be fighting humans. It's great. I really like how the anime is really taking Isayama's story and his vision and just bringing it into an even better light, making some changes that maybe you might not think are the best, but I'm sure by the time the season wraps up, you're gonna not really look at these changes as a bad thing, and I'm just so thankful that this adaptation is just not afraid to change things around, improve things where they think it needs to be improved, and I'm just very thankful for this adaptation overall. It feels like I'm watching the story for the first time again, even though I've read this arc number of times. Let me know what you're feeling down in that comment section below. Your favorite moment, what are you thinking about just everything that got brought up, the name drop, Levi Ackerman, like what does that have to do with everything? Like what are you thinking about all the crazy things that dropped off here? Please no spoilers if you do know the source material like myself. I'm all about letting anime originals speculate and kind of figure out what it is that is going to happen later in the series. Just let me know what you're feeling. Let me know down in that comment section below. And before you leave, be sure to like the video if you did enjoy, and also be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.